Hey folks, Jerry Stevenson, Chief Redneck in Charge here at the Redneck BBQ Lab, East Crossroad, Benson, North Carolina. Today's video, I'll share something personal with you. I'll show you guys how to make bacon jalapeno cheddar cornbread at home, just like I do at mine. So the first thing we start out with is, I just want to say our Redneck BBQ Lab jalapeno cornbread mix comes from Atkinson Mill here in Johnson County, North Carolina. Atkinson Mill has been around for over 150 years, so they have a quality product, tested, tried and true. And that's what we use in the lab, and that's what I use at home. So to begin with, start out with the mixing bowl. Into this mixing bowl, we want to put in a quarter stick of margarine or butter. It's basically like about 2 pats. I prefer margarine in mine, but you can use oil or butter. Margarine has oil, whereas butter doesn't. And I found out sometimes if cornbread lasts more than a couple days, it can kind of get dry. Ours doesn't around our house, but I still do that step. Secondly, we're going to add 1 whole egg that I've beaten already, lightly beaten. We're going to add 8 ounces of water. To that, we're going to add our dry ingredients now. We're going to start out with pre-measured 2½ cups of the Redneck BBQ Lab cornbread mix. I'm just going to lightly incorporate that together, just kind of gently stirring it. There's no need to beat this together. All we're going to do is just cause this to probably become more denser and kind of tougher if we do. And for a step that I'll describe a little bit later on, it's an unnecessary thing to beat it in a mixer. Once I've got the mixture kind of slightly incorporated, I'm going to go ahead and put in 4 ounces of cheese. This can be mild to sharp cheddar. I prefer sharp cheddar myself. 1 smoked jalapeno. And this is one step that you guys can do when you're running your smoker sometimes. Throw a couple extra jalapenos in there. You can mince them up and freeze them. When you break them out of the package later on that you put them in the freezer and pull them out, they smell like they just came out of the smoker. We'll go ahead and put those in. Finally, I have 2 slices of bacon that I've minced up into little mini cubes, and I'm going to take half of it and pour half of it into the mixture right now, and begin to gently fold this all in. All we really want to do is to ensure that any of the dry that we see is incorporated into the wet. So just take your time, be a little patient. Promise you'll be rewarded at the end. So now, pretty much got this incorporated, kind of mixed all together. I can see my dry ingredients, especially the jalapenos and stuff, are dispersed in there. I'm going to get a cast iron pan. This is the same cast iron pan that I fried the bacon in. All I did was pour out the grease and left a lot of the good stuff all in it. Normally, when you cook this, if you weren't doing this with bacon, if you just wanted to stay vegan, some sort, you would want to put some kind of cooking spray in there. Non-stick cooking spray, margarine will work, something like that. Today, though, we're going to add back in probably about a tablespoon of bacon fat. I know what a lot of people are thinking right now, but bacon fat is not as bad as it sounds. Some of the stuff that we put in our bodies through a bag of potato chips is 10 times worse than bacon fat that our grandparents and previous people grew up on. So sometimes moderation is the key. Not exactly the quality of the product sometimes, but moderation. I'm going to take a paper towel. Just going to kind of make sure that I've got this pan coated on the sides. Leave the rest of it in there. My next step is I want to go ahead and pour the batter that we have folded in together into the pan. Sure of getting it all out. I want to give it a good shake and a tap. It's one of the things I like to do. kind of pops the air bubbles out, and you got trapped underneath. This next part is a very important part. It's a pro tip is I like to let my cornbread sit for 20 minutes. The wet and the dry ingredients autolyze. Basically, it means that they kind of naturally come together and incorporate between one another gently versus kind of beating them up. I truly believe in my heart that that is one of the keys to a fluffy and moist cornbread product versus one when we just kind of throw it together, jam it in the oven. It's still good and everything, but I don't believe that it's really better than taking this additional step, in my opinion. So, let this sit for 20 minutes, then we're going to put it into a 20-degree oven. This will take approximately 17 minutes. It's a little thicker than a pan of cornbread, so we're going to get it in there, and we'll see you guys in about 37 minutes, if I'm math's correct. Well, 20 minutes is up. Pan's done. Smells good. Looks good. One of the things I just want to point out to you guys, and you might be able to see, is that remember that little thing of bacon I had left over? I said put a half of it in, mix it up, put it in the pan. Well, the other half, about 10 minutes into baking, I went, pulled it out, and sprinkled it around a little bit. Reason is, I like to have a little on top and it not all settle to the bottom. So, I guess there's only one thing left to do, huh? Let's jump into it. See how we did. Once again, the smell-o-vision here in the RBL studios is just great today. It has been one of those days where we were cooking different stuff, trying different stuff. This is one of the recipes, like I said, out of my personal vault that I wanted to share with you guys. And it looks pretty good. First thing out I can smell is the jalapenos and that sweet cornbread. I can see in here, you can still see little bits of cheddar mixed inside of it, and you can see the bacon. So I guess without further ado, let's see how we did. We did all right. The bacon we cooked in there is some of the bacon we make in the lab. Smoky, jalapeno, cheesy, corn goodness. Only thing to make that better is a bowl of our collards, which ironically I just have right here. So I'm gonna tuck into this just as soon as I get done with you guys. So who knows, these collards may show up in another video here shortly. Anyway, on behalf of myself, Mike Baker, Event Webcasting, appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like it, please press like, subscribe to our channels. More videos will be released out there shortly, some there right now. Share this with your friends. And most importantly, let us know right here in the comments what we can do to maybe make some future videos for you guys, suggestions. We appreciate it. Cornmeal products, along with our sauces and rubs, they can be purchased at the Redneck BBQ Lab directly, or you can go online to www.theredneckbarbecuelab.com to find our products. Till next time, guys, smile, be kind to one another, pass that stuff around. We all need it. Does the world a lot of good. Love you.